What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Almost Brothers podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Dunklin County Transit.
DCT, anyone can ride. At Dunklin County Transit, our goal is to provide safe, reliable, and accessible transportation options to meet the diverse needs of not only Dunklin County, but our entire Southeast Missouri community.
We are committed to ensuring that all residents, regardless of their circumstances, age, or income, have access to essential services, healthcare facilities, employment opportunities, and recreational activities, and more.
Through our transport services, we aim to enhance mobility, promote well-being, and foster community connectivity. You can go in the show notes below, click the link to DunklinCountyTransitMalden.com, or you can go to the website dctsmalden.com. That's dctsmalden.com. And don't forget, anyone can ride.
And there it is.
Oh, gosh.
And you're on.
What do you mean?
We're on with Richard.
Hey, guess what? My phone's going off.
As soon as we hit record,
It's Nathan
this
Bill.
is what
Should
happens.
I answer and put him on?
Should you answer and put them on? Oh, you get, yes, absolutely.
Who's that?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, not a lot, man.
What?
Sorry, I was in the factory here in Jonesboro working.
It's okay. We love you anyway. Well,
What's going on?
welcome to the Almost Brothers podcast.
Hey, man, what's going on?
How's it going? How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Work, and more work.
You called while we were recording, so I decided to put you on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're one of our listeners, so it's good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, I've been listening to it every time I get in the truck. Listen to it all the way down here.
That's what I'm talking about.
And this is the guy that had his supervisor check on him.
Yeah. to
Oh,
make sure
yeah.
He was, yeah. Make sure he was not dying.
Yeah. Can I give you a call back after we get done?
Yes, sir, you can.
All right. Love you, buddy. All right.
And that's what we're all about here at the Almost Brothers podcast. Liv, you said yes to that. So just, just making sure you.
He's literally over here making his feet float. I don't even know what's happening.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Almost Brothers podcast. Thank you for joining us yet again. With me, as always, is Tata.
Do it.
Exactly. And Richie Rich. How's it going?
It's good, man.
Yeah. And also, we have a guest on today, one of the Almost sisters, Livels. How's it going?
Livels.
It's going good.
Livels.
Me and Jamie are going to make our own podcast.
Absolutely. Y'all need to. The Almost Sisters podcast. I will help produce that. I'm down with that.
I can imagine you would.
Absolutely. So down with that. We have a big announcement. We are going to be moving to 2 episodes a week.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be moving to 2 episodes a week. So any of our listeners, we're going to be uploading a new episode every Monday and every Thursday. So every week, stay tuned, listen to us, smile, laugh, share, comment, subscribe, all those things.
All of that.
So we are excited for that. Also working on live. We're working on cameras. We got them, but we're working on kind of getting all the kinks out of it, and we're going to be live also. So keep an eye on the YouTubes.
The tubes.
The YouTubes and the Facebooks.
The Book of Faces.
Tyler, what do you think about that?
Do it.
Exactly. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. But on today's episode, we're going to be talking about, should you be forcing your kids into anything? So we're going to make this,
Right.
about more than church, something they don't want to do.
Right.
So, Rich, this is your idea, so I'm going to let you open up.
Well, and the idea
Whatever.
originated because, as our kids get older, the idea of do I make them go to church?
Yeah.
But like you said, it could be anything. I had a parent one time when they said that their kid's job was to play sports and get good grades.
Yeah.
What if they don't want to play sports?
Yeah.
So should you make your kids do something because it's for their own good, right? But if it's not something that they're interested in, passionate about, and specifically church, because that's something in my house, it's a rule. You live in my house, you go to church.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. So I just wanted some feedback on what everybody else thought about that particular point.
Yeah. That's good. So I'm going to start with this. Where's the line? If you're somebody, and I don't think forcing your kid into your religion, like you want them to make their own choice. How can they make their own choice if they're not educated on the choice?
Right.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, where's the line at? We force them to go to school.
Right.
We force them to take showers. We force them to brush their teeth. So where's the line of, oh, am I forcing my kid to do this?
Right.
Well, you're forcing your kid to do a lot of things,
Sure.
you know? So it always kills me when people, oh, you force your kid to go to the church of your choice to wherever you go. Well, yeah, absolutely, because I want them to learn something. Now, whether or not they follow it is up to them.
Absolutely.
But they need to at least learn it. You know, I had Aaliyah ask me one time, she's like, well, I really want to study into other religions other than ours. Is that something that is okay? And I said, absolutely.
Right.
You need to educate yourself on these things, because if you can't defend yourself on why you believe what you believe, then do you really believe it?
Well, one of my favorite, I don't know what you would call him, but Cliff Nettle, is that his name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Older guy, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I love him because he's educated in everything, like the Quran and Buddha.
Right.
And I mean, he knows every religion. So when people attack Christianity, he can come back with, well, this is why,
Right.
this is why, you know, we're called to defend our faith.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, you make your kids do all kinds of things
Yeah.
for their best interest.
Yeah.
So why not?
We just somehow make church optional.
Right.
Like, now forcing your kid into sports is kind of on that edge of, okay, because not only are they having to do the sport, but they're having to show up to practice. They're having to put forth the effort that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into that.
Right.
You know, but and there's, I mean, outside of teamwork, you know, things like that, there's not a lot of education that goes into
Right.
those sports. Right. And there's not a lot of, like, again, you can learn leadership skills. You could learn, you know, teamwork, stuff like that from those sports, but that's not something that necessarily they're going to use the rest of their life.
Well, and Tyler and Liv, y'all have been fostering for a while, and y'all are about to have twins. So
Twinning.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what y'all's stance is on this, and are y'all on the same page, which is a whole nother thing.
Okay. I guess I'm going to start.
I think we are.
Just gotta look at it.
I think we are.
Yeah. So it's really, I've noticed it's really interesting, like being married, like, cause our 4-year anniversary of being married is going to be coming up in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So we haven't been married for that long, you know? And it's just interesting to see like all the things that we actually like agree on without
Right.
having to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, I feel like with this, we'll be on the same page as well,
Yeah.
but correct me if I'm wrong. So,
Oh boy, this could be an interesting episode.
This could take a turn.
Yeah.
so we'll see how this goes. No, no, the way that I think about it with like, I'll start with sports. So like with sports, I think that, it's not going to hurt them to try it
Yeah.
because they don't know if they like it.
Right.
They've never done it before. So like with our kiddo we have now, like, we were talking about jujitsu, and he was, you know, he was scared about getting hurt,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
understand. That's
That's
that's any
understandable.
kid, like, you know. And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to be like hitting people. I don't want to get hit, you know, things like that." I was like, "I understand that." I was like, "But that's not something you need to, you know, you have to worry about. They're not going to do that." Kind of explaining the whole thing, and Tyler showed him videos. Like he knows more about it than I do, but and so we're like, "Well, let's at least try it. And if you like it, we'll keep doing it. If
Yeah.
you don't, we're not going to make you do it."
Right.
So I think that that's going to be our approach, you know, with our own kids as well.
Yeah.
You know, like you at least need to try it.
Sure.
But if you don't like it, that's okay. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to get in trouble if you don't like it, you
Yeah.
know? Because I know a lot of kids, they're worried like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble if, you know, if I don't like it. Like I can't have my own opinion.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Yeah.
Like you're your own person.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And that's how it was in our household with
Yeah.
like, I'm going to say extracurriculars because it wasn't even just sports. We told Aaliyah, you're going to do some kind of extracurricular.
Right.
You're going to do band, you're going to do choir, you're going to do art, you're going to do sport, you're going to do something outside of just school because you need to be a well-rounded individual. That is just for your own good. That's not even, I want you to play a sport, because I played a sport, but that is, I want you to be well-rounded and being a whole person and not just being, because you see kids now that are really good in school, but they have no communication skills.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ty, is Liv on the right page?
Yeah. A little more in depth with it. I'm kind of
first he starts with yeah. Now he wants to go in depth. Okay, go ahead.
Now I'm kind of on your same page.
Yeah.
Too, with the you need to do something.
Yeah.
Because there's practical life skills that many practical life skills that aren't taught in school that you don't learn unless you're part of some kind of group activity, a team, something like that. And and then also, things like that starts teaching them, leave me alone. I didn't realize I did it. It teaches them a sense of discipline, responsibility, and by all means, I'm not going to force my kids, like, let's say basketball, because I like basketball. They're going to try it. If they don't like it, I know, because you can tell if that's just it's not clicking with them, it's just not their thing. I'm not going to force them to do it.
Yeah.
If it's they do and they do it over time, then it starts to get tough. You ain't quitting.
Yeah.
You ain't quitting just because it's getting tough.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what Aaliyah, so she played 1 year of basketball, and she's 6 foot tall. She killed, she had 15 rebounds a game. Well, about halfway through the season, she's like, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore. So I said, you have to have a legitimate reason on why you don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
She said, well, I just want to focus on my art. I don't really like basketball. I want to focus on art. So at that point, it's like, okay, that's a pretty good, at least you have something that you're wanting to do. So I told her, you're going to finish a year. We don't quit in the middle of the season. So you're going to finish a year and then you're good to go. At least she had a reason, for it. So that was always our thing. It's like, you're gonna do something. You're not going to school, coming home, playing video games.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just not.
So where do y'all land on church?
I land on, what verse is it? Because I had it pulled up.
2 Timothy.
Joshua 24.
Nope.
That was really close.
I was on it, man.
Which I don't, because I'm not a Bible scholar, I don't know the context of it, but as for me and my house, we will follow.
Yep. I was thinking the raise up your children in the way they should go.
And that too.
That's what I was thinking of too.
That one too, yes. That's a good one. And going along with the forcing your kid to do it, if church is to them being almost viewed as punishment, or we have to do this because my parents said so, you as a parent need to reevaluate your raising of that child, because they're seeing church as a punishment. They're seeing church as something to what's the word? Not look forward to dread.
Yeah.
We have to go to church.
Right.
We have to.
Church, it should be a thing where your child's saying, when are we going to church?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of that could be where you're going to church.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that too. Yeah.
Yeah. If
it should be fun. The church should do their best to make it fun, especially for kids and for youth.
Yeah.
Make it fun. You want to teach them. You don't want it just to be dodgeball and pizza, but you should be trying to make it fun for them. Where it's not a dread.
Where it's not just sitting there reading.
Right.
Your church, your home church should almost feel like your second home.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It should feel like your home away from home.
Yeah. And they should see. I think a lot of times where parents get into this, some kids are just stubborn. They're just going to not want to go.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. But when you're different at church and at home, I think your kids see that. So they see church as something you go to and you act.
Right.
So it's not something where they even feel like I need to go to get change and to get connected, because they don't see the change in you.
Yep. And I was going to say, kind of going along with that, I've noticed that the kids that are not wanting to come to church, have the parents that are, we got to go to church.
Not wanting to go to church, right?
Well, we need to because we're good Christians.
Yep. And it can get to the point if you're not careful, it can get to the point to where church becomes a hassle. Like if you're there 5 days a week, if you're there constantly and you're not having any family time, all your family time is at church, like it's too much.
Right.
Like you need to have some breaks from that. But make it a family event. Mm-hmm. Make it hey, I've got to go be at the church. Y'all come up here and hang out. Right. Y'all come and play. Y'all come and like it'll be. I think church for a long time made it to where, oh my gosh, don't let the kids in the sanctuary. Right. Don't let them keep them out of there. Like it's a sacred place. And it's like I want children under pews playing with toys during service. There's nothing better than a baby noise during a sermon. Right. It's like, man, that is awesome that they are here. You know, we want them to be here. We want this to be, it's more than a church. This is a meeting place of God's people.
Well, and we've talked about it before. We have a lot of kids, and Jennifer kind of leans on that as, well, we can't do this at the church, can't do that at the church because we have all these kids.
Yeah.
No, we just need to teach them to be a part of it,
right?
Versus avoiding it,
right?
And going back to Pastor Stevens talk about how back in the Old Testament, the church, they would just meet. They
were at houses.
Yeah. Think of not the church building, but the church as the people, the body of Christ, the church. It shouldn't be, we're going to church, it's the church building and blah, blah, blah. We are with family. Yeah. We are with friends and family, and it's a great time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an extension of your home family.
Yeah, because it's not, it shouldn't be as, oh, we're going to church. Oh, we're going to hang out with our church people.
Right. Yep. And I love it. I mean, I love everybody that we go to church with. I think it's an amazing thing to just hang out, just be together in fellowship.
And it doesn't have to be at the church. And I think, and that is important too, because that, how do I put it? It almost when you're only doing stuff at the church, and not just, on the aspect of kids, but it makes you feel limited in what you can do and what we're supposed to be doing, which is, doing life as, again, the church is not the building. It's us.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's just an extension of you go to your individual families at home, but then you come together and it's just an extended part of that, or it should be, it should feel that way. So your kids should feel that way. They should want to hang out with your friends' kids. They should all mingle and mix and want to be around each other. And that's when you have a healthy organism.
Right.
When you have something that you all belong to, you're all a part of, you all feel connected in, it doesn't become, oh, we're stopping our family time and then we're going to church. It's we're extending our family time with our church family.
Right.
So creating that type of culture where they want to be around each other. Like when me and Jamie was in youth, we had 100 youth, but we were always together.
Right.
We always wanted to be together. So Wednesday night at church and a Friday night at someone's house was the same thing to us. We got to hang out with our friends. Right. That's what we wanted, so it didn't become, oh, it's time to go to church. It was just another day. It just was at the church building.
Yeah.
And that's something I've tried to instill in Adriana, but she just didn't get it. She was one of those stubborn people that thought she was just too cool for church, and she is the definition of making somebody go to church. I mean, as soon as the last amen is said, she's out the door.
Yeah.
She checked the box. She did what she was supposed to do.
And that's the thing. When they get to a certain age, they have to decide that for themselves.
Right.
Like, you can go to church, but are you a part of it?
Yeah.
Right. And if you're not connected, if you're not chasing after God, you're gonna feel like I'm not a part of it. You're gonna feel like, oh, this is a hassle. So the blame shifts after a certain age onto them. The responsibility shifts from the parent dragging them to church. Now, I still have a rule. If you're in my house, you're going to church.
Right.
Regardless, because even if you're not connected to God the way you should be, you can still take a lot of these principles and apply it to your life. Right. There's a lot of people that they don't believe in Jesus, but they believe in his teaching.
Yeah.
Because it's just good principles to live by, whether or not you follow him or not. Now that's a whole nother conversation, but you know, it needs to be something to where you're going, whether you live here or not, you're going, you need to go. It's structure, it's principle, it's, you know, all these different things that you need to be learning, regardless of if you follow Jesus or not.
Right.
You need to learn, you know, leadership and how you do, because you use that in your job, you use that in your workplace, you use that in your everyday life.
Yeah.
You need to learn communication. You need to learn how to, hey, how's it going? How's your day going? You need to learn how to talk to people. You learn all that from church. Church is a huge area where people can learn things they can use in the rest of their life.
Sure.
Yeah. And I feel like whenever it comes to like you were saying a minute ago, where like the blame shifts over onto like the kids themselves, like, because that happens at different different ages. Like no two kids are the same, you know, and because they each understand things differently at different times.
Sure.
So, it's not like a overall like, oh, by the time you're 12 or 13, you need to, you know, do that. No.
Yeah. And it always drives me crazy, like parents that let their kids decide what they want to do. They're children.
Yeah.
Like none of us, there isn't a human on the planet. You got teenage prodigies. They still don't fully have a developed brain. Like they're not equipped to make those decisions. It always, well, I'm going to let my kid decide for themselves.
Yeah.
You don't let them decide what to wear to school. You don't let them decide anything else for themselves. But somehow when it comes to church, I'm going to let them decide what they want to do. It's like, what are we doing?
I let my kid become the stinky kid in school.
Right, because and that's a perfect Big Daddy. That is a perfect example of if you just let your kid, hey, what do you want to eat today? 30 packets of ketchup. Because that's what a kid would decide they want to do.
Yes.
Right.
You know, what do you want your name to be? Frankenstein. Because that's what a kid would do. You know, like we can't allow them to make these choices because they're not able to make these choices.
Right. It's the parents' responsibility, again, to raise them up in the way they're supposed to, but to build them up to the point where when they are at that stage in life, they are able to make those sound decisions.
Yeah.
Right. They are able to think things through.
Yeah.
They're able to weigh pros and cons. They're able to do these things on their own. And really, I feel like the answer to the question, should you, specifically, you know, with church, should you force your kids to go to church? I'm going to raise my children up in the way I believe they need to be raised up.
Yeah.
So they will be in church.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will raise them up in a way to where they want to be in church.
Yeah.
Right.
And they know the why. I think that's where the parents miss out a lot. Helping them understand why we do this.
Yeah.
Not just 'cause dad
this is
says
just
so.
what we do. Right.
Yeah.
We go to church because we go to church. Like, help them explain to them why, and then they will it'll click to them. Oh, here's why I go. And again, some kids are just going to be, especially teenagers, because they know everything about the world. But for most kids, that is the big gap where they're not understanding the why. Why do we do this?
Right.
Because because I said so. That's not a good answer. That is coming from parents that don't want to explain themselves because either they're too selfish to explain themselves or they don't have a good answer to the why.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't do this. Why? Because I said so. And it's like, you don't really have an answer, do you?
Exactly.
You know, it's like, it always killed me with mom. And I even do this with our kids to the detriment because Jamie gets mad at me. Like when I was a teenager and it was summertime, I'm like, hey, can I go spend the night at so-and-so's house? No. And I'm like, what, do we have something going on? Well, no.
We'll be right back.
What is up, everyone? Are you looking for your new favorite clothing store? Blacktop Boutique is your go-to spot for trendy, affordable fashion with a little bit of an edge. You know, we're all about a little edge here and a whole lot of personality. Inspired by the owner's dad and his love for classic cars. Y'all know I know some classic cars. Come on now. Blacktop Boutique is where fashion meets horsepower. So if you're a gearhead, you'll feel right at home. For statement sets, checkered flag print, and comfortable athletic dresses with built-in shorts and pockets. That's right. You heard me right. Pockets. And everyday staples. Blacktop Boutique has something for everyone. Okay, you could check them out on socials at Shop Blacktop Boutique. Okay, so check it out on your Facebooks, your Instagrams. Go and check that out. Or you could stop by the shop, 221 North Walnut Street in downtown Dexter, Missouri, and online anytime at blacktopboutique.com. Use the code BROTHERS15 for 15% off your first order, okay? Y'all make sure you let them know that the Almost Brothers sent you, okay? Happiness, horsepower, and all of the hottest trends. That is what they're about. Go and check it out. Do all my chores are done? Like everything, like what do I, well, no. And it's like, why not? So I get to this point where, hey, can I spend that at y'all's house? Yeah, absolutely. Come on. And Jamie's like, really? Another kid at the house? And I'm like, yeah, but why not?
Right.
Do we have something going on? Well, no. Did we plan something? No. So then why not?
And especially at a certain age, you don't they're not babies. You don't take care of them.
Right. It's like they're just up
thing.
playing. They may get loud. Tell them be quiet. That's it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I never understood that as a teenager because I'm like, why? And it was never an answer.
Right.
You know, it was never here's the explanation for. And even I don't want to have kids. I want you to be at home tonight. I don't want to have to worry about even that.
Right.
You can understand and go, oh, okay, I get it.
I just want to hang out with our family tonight. Yeah.
Right. But it was never that. It was always because I said so. Right. It was never asked why. It was never explained. It was because I said so. And I get it. That was a different generation. That's just how parents were back then because that's how their parents were.
Because they said so.
Right. But I will painstakingly tell my kids the why. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's why we don't want someone over tonight. We've had someone over every night. We want to just hang out with y'all. We want y'all to be here. Mom's got to we give a list of why so that they may not agree with it, but they can understand it.
Well, and sometimes I do that, but if I'm busy or I just maybe it's wrong, whatever. Sometimes I don't want to explain the 50 reasons why, because we have kids that will ask why about everything.
And
amen.
That's where we were last night because we had a conversation with Inman last night because he's had a issue with when we tell him to do something or not to do something. He wants to kind of talk back and be like, "Oh, well, I was just doing and so we're kind of like, brother man, I was like, brother man, listen, we're the adults, we know better. We need you to trust that we do. So when we tell you to do something, or more importantly, not to do something, we're not being mean, but we don't care why you're doing it. We're telling you not to because one." If we're telling you not to do something, it's not safe or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you to do something, not to do something that we wouldn't do ourselves or we think isn't good for you. It is your job at this point to be obedient to us.
And even in that, not going into detail with the thing, you're still giving them a why.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, you're still expecting. Yeah. So even with you, when you say, well, there's times I don't have time to explain, that's still a why.
Yeah.
That's still this is why I'm not taking time to break it down, so you're still giving them that. Parents that just stop at, just don't ask questions.
Right.
Don't even, you just do it because I said so. Because what happens as a kid, as a teenager, as a small child, you begin to make up the why in your own head.
Mm-hmm.
So then it becomes a resentment. Well, I'm going to church, I'm going to this, I'm doing this, and then they make up their own reason why. Mm-hmm. Well, they're making me play sports because they weren't good at sports, so now they want me, because you're not giving them the explanation.
And all these things translate, and not only translate but multiply in a way when they're adults, because they're, in that sense, you're now building up a resentment towards any source of authority.
Yeah.
Now they're a trouble employee. Say they're in the military, they're a disgruntled soldier, or insubordinate, whatever it is. That's one thing we always explain to Inman when we have these conversations. These, it's not just a you thing as an 11-year-old. We go through the same stuff as adults.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we have more responsibilities and the consequences are a little bigger.
Yeah.
Well, it comes from a place of experience. The more years you live, in theory, some people don't mature, but with maturity comes knowledge. don't jump off of high things because you'll break something.
Right.
I broke something because I jumped off a high thing. I'm telling you to keep you from doing that.
Right. Don't put your hand on a hot stove.
Right.
Yeah. And those are things that we've even talked about, like, because like we'll tell him like, hey, you don't need to do this.
Yeah.
And he'll continue to do it.
Yeah.
And we'll tell him maybe 2 more times. After that, if he gets hurt, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
Now you've
obviously,
learned the
if
hard
it's
way.
something
Yeah.
that's gonna like, yeah, obviously, if it's something that's gonna put him in the
Yeah.
hospital, we're
Right.
not,
Yeah.
we're not gonna just stop and not say anything.
Right.
We're gonna be like, hey, if you don't stop, like, there's gonna be major consequences
Yep.
because you could get seriously hurt.
I've done told him
But-
before. I said, dude, you've got to listen to us. And then the first time too, I told him, I was like, I'm at a point where if you don't listen and you do something that will probably hurt you a little bit, I'm gonna let it hurt you, and then you're gonna come crying to me. I'm not gonna feel bad for you.
Well, my
Yep.
kids are bad to run up on stray dogs, and I've told them, and I've told them, and I've told them, and I've told them. Just because our dogs are friendly does not mean all dogs are friendly.
Right.
You're going to run up on the one.
Don't get me on that tangent right now.
I don't.
Don't do it.
apologize.
That's another episode.
So we're gonna move into a segment. We're gonna start a new segment. We listen and we don't judge.
Oh boy.
So I want to go.
Michael's been on
You know-
TikTok for too
I
long.
wanna
You know
go-
why we're doing this segment?
I want to.
Because Mike has something on his mind that he does not want our judgment about. That's why.
Dude,
I wanna
like,
go around.
is there a waiver that we have to sign to adhere to the rules? Because I didn't sign nothing.
So I want to go around because I feel like I share stuff with y'all.
I told
Okay.
you. I told
And
you.
a couple things happen. One, y'all judge me because it's what y'all do.
Because it's fun.
And two, it ends up being my thing that I share, and then y'all just laugh and don't share anything about y'all. So now everybody's just laughing
But
at me.
the good news is it becomes future podcast material.
Exactly, but still.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around the room.
And we don't share nothing because then that ends up in your sermons.
That's a true story.
That's true too. But so
We're going to start with me.
we're gonna start with Rich.
Like, what do listen? We jump like.
Share and don't.
What are we-
judge.
We listen.
What are we
and
sharing?
don't judge.
Listen
So
and-
you're
Like
sharing
anything?
something embarrassing about yourself that you'd like to share with the
Why would I do that?
because we're not judging.
That sounds counterintuitive.
It doesn't, because you're getting it off of your chest.
It's not really
You
on
ever
my
done
chest. It's not a burden that I'm just trying to
Oh, okay.
keep packed
Well,
away.
Maybe this would just be me then, I guess.
We listen
Maybe-
and we judge.
Maybe you
Apparently.
should start.
Yeah,
We weren't prepared for this.
we were
so
not.
Well, I mean, neither was I. I'm just saying.
I feel like
Just off the
that.
cuff.
I feel
So-
like that football player from that one movie. I feel blindsided.
Wow.
The
So-
blindside. Yeah.
Wow.
No.
So
Mute his mic.
I need to. So I found myself lately.
I feel like there needs to be like some
I ain't
piano
even
music or
started.
something
He's
behind this.
already judging.
No, it's just it feels like we're about to have the most serious conversation, but it's completely gonna be the opposite.
So I found myself lately. Okay, at home.
Shut up, Tyler.
I had to mute his mic.
Okay, go.
Lately at home.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Being more emotional than I should be. So I started a new anime.
Gosh dang it! I thought
I started
Go ahead.
So I started a new anime this week, and it was the first episode. And I found myself just like torn apart in my heart for the. So I feel like there's a lot of judgment coming from.
I'm not.
All
I'm
three- I
crying.
feel like both.
I'm crying with you.
I'm trying real hard.
I am. I
to
really
take this
am.
Seriously.
I
because
really
I feel
am.
This
like
is something that
I feel like you actually are disturbed by this.
I want to share this with y'all.
I'm.
I need to get this off my chest. Okay, so like I was saying, and there was this scene. It was this brother, and he was saving his sister, and he was carrying her through the snow. And I sat there in the middle of the day, on a Monday. Sun's out, birds are chirping, and I'm like just crying, sobbing.
Because of the anime?
And I don't know if it's because of
birds.
the anime or because I'm getting older. Jamie told me I'm getting more sentimental as I get older, but it seems like a song, a podcast, a commercial. You ever cried at a commercial?
Yeah. Hallmark.
Just
Kills me.
like
Well, and I'm gonna go right off of what you were saying. So I'm also experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
And as the older I get, I am more emotional, for real though. And
wait, whoa,
Dang.
whoa.
He said
no,
he said you're emotional for the worst reasons.
no.
Darn diddy darn.
So I've been exercising. You know, I've been on the exercise bike. So while I was exercising the other day, I don't know where it came from. I have no idea. I was listening to praise and worship music while I was on the bike, and I don't know. I was praying for something specific as I was exercising, and I didn't realize that would become such amazing God time on this exercise bike. But whatever, God's where we need Him to be, right?
He's on the elliptical.
It's not an elliptical, but
No.
yes. So as I'm listening to the praise and worship music, my specific prayer, it felt like it was answered through the music, like the 2 songs in a row, like spoke about what I was. So I broke on the exercise bike. I'm crying, praising. And it was, but it's like what you said, you know, the older I get, which I don't even know if it's the older I get. I think it's more that I'm growing closer to God.
Yeah, and I think it's just the realization of how blessed you are.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a big thing with it. It's just you look at your priorities change on what's important to you, so more things make you emotional because you're just happy to be alive and you're happy to be blessed and you know, things like that.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah. Do you feel like you have to hide that from your wife because you look like a little wussy?
And I guess because I'm older, I don't hide my emotions.
Yeah.
I've come. I just
You
don't.
ever got busted? Just crying? Like, are you crying right now? Like, no, I got something in both my eyes.
No, I say absolutely. I'm crying.
Yeah.
That guy just died. Dude, I cried on Helldivers, like multiple places on Helldivers.
Yeah.
Audiobooks. There's lots of time, but no, don't hide from your emotion. And we as men have to do better about supporting each other in our emotional state versus saying you're a wuss, rub some dirt on it, crap that Tyler would say.
Yeah. Just judgy.
Liv,
what do you got?
Skip me.
I mean, I'm just emotional, so
Yeah.
Well, you're
pregnant. That
so.
comes with it.
no.
It only enhanced. Yeah. She cried.
Oh, just wait till them babies come out.
Whew. They wreck you.
Every little thing. Like now, Zeke's got a mustache. I'll literally sit and watch this kid eat and just, my heart's just melting.
Yeah. I did that this morning. I was just sitting there. It was dark. Zane was sitting in the chair beside me, and I just looked over and I was like, dude, I love you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so scared to ask Tyler.
It's not going to go well.
What?
Hey, we're doing a podcast if you want to jump in here.
Here's something else I'm going to share before Tyler goes.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge, okay? There are
listening.
times on this podcast where I want to drop kick Tyler right in the shin. Right in the shin. When he's telling a story and it takes 512 years to get to the point, then it gets to the point and it's like,
there's no point to that story.
okay, go ahead.
Carry on.
I don't know if I have anything.
Of course
to share.
not. Yeah, he's a just still trapped.
I mean, like we're supposed to share something like embarrassing or something. Like, I don't really hide things that are embarrassing. I don't think.
Okay.
I'm a pretty open book, I think.
You do,
Y'all-
Tyler. You do. You hide things that are embarrassing. I remember one day I said, Tyler, I've never noticed your thumb. Uh-oh, look. Look at his
Now that's
face.
sensitive.
He don't want to talk about that.
He said,
Now
"No,
that's sensitive.
that's how now you know how I feel sharing, and you're over here laughing at me.
It's completely different.
About an anime that he feels emotional about.
Dude,
Completely different.
I
If I
did.
could change it, I would.
if I could change me being
Bull
emotional,
crap.
I would.
Bull crap. You're embracing it.
All up in it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like,
I have one for him.
Yes.
oh, Lord.
Oh,
You're
Yes.
not. You're. What happens in the marriage stays in the marriage.
it's now podcast official, apparently.
No, I don't. I guess it was Mikey that got you started on it.
Hmm.
You have an insane addiction
Oh, I like it. I like where this is going. Okay.
to dude wipes.
Bro.
That's not embarrassing.
But
That's just a fact.
life changing, ain't they?
I bought a pack from my
Yeah.
office at the church
Yeah. Yeah.
because
yeah.
the bathroom's right around the
Just
corner.
to have them. Yeah.
We should have talked about addiction today. That's what
Man.
we did.
Yeah. It
Weird
dude.
addiction.
It's not an addiction. It's a lifestyle choice.
It is.
Oh
It is
my
it is absolutely, man. It is life changing. Richard, we listen and we don't judge. Why are you looking over here with those judgy eyes?
Hey,
You were talking. I was looking at you.
We need to be judging him,
Right.
What did I do?
not use dude wipes.
No,
not
I
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
However, I
Unless there's a representative listening.
I
then-
100%. I agree with. I don't use them, but I agree with the thought process behind them. So
So good. Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
your booty
I like
clean.
I don't know. Makes me feel a little weird. Maybe I'm just not used to them, but a couple
Yeah.
times I've used them, they just kind of feel weird. So
Yeah.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know,
Live.
but
Thanks. Yeah, I love my dude wipes.
Almost brothers that dude wipe together, stay together.
Hey, listeners, we just want to thank you for your continued support for the Almost Brothers podcast. Do us a favor and go to your favorite platform and rate us and like us and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much. Love you.
Hello, all. Thank you for joining us again on the Almost Brothers podcast. Hey, will you do us a favor? If this podcast has meant something to you and encouraged you, will you consider becoming a monthly supporter? You could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the podcast so that we can continue to put out content and help better serve you. So if you would, down in the show notes, you can click the link, support, and become a monthly member. We love you. New episode coming your way.